I promised some that I would explain why Stephen Harper should be investigated. His billionaire orbit is Epstein's billionaire orbit. This history I am going to give you is riddled with the Epstein people. I am not in any way saying he was involved in criminal sex acts. I am saying he was involved with one degree of separation to the billionaires who worked to end democracy worldwide, who were Epstein's people. Around the world, these horrid people are being arrested or investigated, yet in Canada and the US. Crickets. He was groomed, just as Epstein was groomed. And in my opinion, this and the story I will tell you today is why I believe Stephen Harper should be investigated. And I implore you to continue every day to advocate to the Supreme Court of Canada, the Commissioner of the RCMP, and the International Criminal Court to investigate his activities. I also want to note that I am constantly talking about the IDU strategy of incrementalism. Even Tucker and Bannon must have gone to those courses. It is why Harper was chosen. I ask you kindly to subscribe, like, and follow me on Facebook. It keeps me grounded in topics. Sometimes I don't know which way to turn first. Okay then, let's talk Harper, Finley, and the IDU courses, 1987 to 1993. In the late 1980s, Doug Finley, a strategist with United Kingdom conservative ties, identifies Stephen Harper as the intellectual engine of the Reform Party. In the early 1990s, Finley facilitates Harper's first introductions to the International Democrat Union, IDU, and the Heritage Foundation in Washington, D.C. Again, approximately 1991, Harper meets Ed Fuellner, president of the Heritage Foundation. Fuellner identifies Harper as the Canadian Reagan, capable of using incrementalism to dismantle the liberal red Tory status quo. What do we mean when we talk about the courses? As later referenced in the Mike Duffy trial, testimony from April 2015, Finley's Black Ops Group begins utilizing IDU-style election tactics, emphasizing that staffers needed specialized courses to execute advanced data mining and voter suppression. Notice how this may have been 30 years ago, but it is very true for today. Harper did his job at the IDU very well. Very, very well. So with unlimited financial backing, Harper becomes Prime Minister of Canada. Like Epstein, he was groomed. Willingly. So let's talk about the prime ingredient, the media and the mega group, 2009 to 2011. On March 30th, 2009, Harper holds a secret lunch in New York with Rupert Murdoch. The meeting, kept off the official itinerary, is the blueprint for Sun News Network, Fox News North, to insulate the conservative government from traditional media scrutiny. It worked well for the 2011 election. Harper wins his first majority. This campaign is heavily influenced by the mega group's pro-Israel network, the Wexner-Bronfman orbit, and the tactical advice of Benjamin Netanyahu's strategists, who shared the same donor pool. The mega group is as important to this corrupt mass as is the Heritage Foundation, Netanyahu, and the IDU. So years of grooming for foreign bad actors would seem illegal to me, but you can decide for yourself, because this was 50 years of planning to execute a war on democracies worldwide, being planned by a sitting Prime Minister of Canada. This is why I am constantly apologizing to Americans. This is where Trump and Russia merged with Harper and his cabal to strategically plan the destruction of American and Canadian democracy. The grooming, Ottawa Summit, and the poison pill, 2012-2014. In March 2012, the Ottawa IDU Summit, campaign directors from 11 countries meet in Ottawa. While Harper is PM, he is actively being groomed to take over the IDU global chairmanship. This is treason in my books, and I think Canadians and Canadian media and law enforcement need to wake up. Again, I am sorry to the world for our country's part in this destruction. On September 9, 2012, Harper signs the Canada-China FIPA in Vladivostok, Russia. Soon after, on October 1, 2014, despite public outcry, the FIPA is ratified. This is the 31-year minefield. It locks Canada into a lopsided deal that allows Chinese state-owned enterprises to sue the Canadian government, effectively handcuffing Trudeau before he even takes office. Once again, I believe it was planned for Trudeau to take over in 2015. Project 2025 was already being written. Let's talk about the payoff. Mar-a-Lago and the boardrooms, 2017 to the present. On April 2017, Harper joins 8VC, founded by Joe Lonsdale, an associate of Peter, as an advisor once again into the 1-degree orbit of Epstein, global surveillance and defense tech. It is recorded that Epstein was paying Thiel millions at this time. Why? Because there is a reason. On March 26, 2018, Harper attends the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews Gala at Mar-a-Lago. He is a keynote speaker appearing alongside the philanthropic circles, mega-group descendants, that funded the geopolitical shifts he enacted as prime minister, and of course, they are the billionaires in Epstein's circle. 2018, present. Harper becomes chairman of the IDU overseeing the very courses Finley introduced him to 30 years prior. All of the information above and Harper's relationships with all of these Epstein billionaires' cabal are why I advocate for an investigation, and also the many other reasons that I talk about all the time. Each of the following actions or policies of Harper's should be investigated. First, the FIPA betrayal. Was the 31-year China deal a deliberate act of strategic sabotage against future Canadian sovereignty? Second, the shadow chairmanship. Did the 2012 Ottawa meetings constitute a conflict of interest, where Harper used state resources to secure his future role as head of a global election meddling organization? I think so. Third, the 1-degree kickback, investigating whether his board seats at AWZ Ventures, Mossad, CIA, MI5 Tech, were the final payment for a decade of foreign policy that favored those specific intelligence-adjacent circles, the same ones that used Epstein to do some of their dirty deeds. Harper didn't leave a legacy. He left a trap that was pre-planned. Between the 2009 Murdoch lunch and the 2014 China FIPA, Harper built a wall that has no door. He didn't just work for the mega group, he became the man they used to build the next generation of groomed fascist oligarchical socialists, serving foreign entities while being the Prime Minister of Canada. Please watch all my videos because they all tie together and are as important for the world to know as they are for Canadians to know. Thanks for tuning in. And, as always, may peace be with you, my friends.